Coming to you live on www.khosifm.co.za. It's a Monday, Bafanas. It's a Monday. We are back. Yeah, we are back. Live on 3 platforms as always.
Yes.
YouTube, but again, YouTube or Facebook, only TikTok. Hey, yeah, today that one for it. Didn't I?
Hey, South Africa is a movie.
Hey, when? And the represents what the other level what is what? What's
Hey, no,
what happened? Your leader,
hey, things are happening. But anyway, good evening to the listeners.
Your leader, Papa.
My leader.
Channel today. Wait, let's go.
I'm waiting. Yeah. It's actually exciting.
We're cooking, Baba.
I want people to see you, but people must see you. Can I leave jibs? 8 GB.
Yes, sir.
8 tara. And then I'll tell you so. 8 stories. I want to technology.
Move. They must join it.
And welcome to Khosi FM. My name is Khosi Sohongwane, and as I said, we are back again with another beautiful show today. Corey, it was like Mebra. PA was all over the place. Gayton Mackanzie. Yeah. Go after them.
Lesson learned. Lesson learned.
The boys just made a joke, a very simple joke.
Yeah, but it was a very sensitive joke.
Nah, hey, that ain't stereotype, me, but racism.
No.
That is a stereotype,
Is it a stereotype?
It's the same as you can say to us, white women, or it's not racism. How come?
Remember what I said.
Yeah.
You can only be responsible for what you say, but how a person is receiving it.
That is their problem.
Completely different.
Man, that is their problem. Don't you think? It's their problem.
Whose
No, but let's put it like this. Yeah. Let's put it like this, Jose. I mean, to be honest with you, because of their pet. Yeah,
it's a kids podcast, my brother.
Yes, but
it's not a podcast.
Don't even have evidence of that.
Yeah.
I mean, can they prove what they're saying about colors? I mean, honestly speaking.
No, they can't.
And another thing, not talking about colors, quote unquote, they're inhumane.
Correct.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
Yes.
I know that there's groups where they marry cousins.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. I know that there's groups whereby your wife, the first night,
Then
Now, honestly speaking.
And then if somebody says that, are they racist?
No, but then, honestly speaking, those kind of things, man, I feel they must be left untouched. You know why? You don't know where does this culture come from. Actually, what led to it being like that.
Yeah.
So the fact that when I thought they do.
It was.
All right.
But me, now the point that I want to make, which I feel it needs to be addressed, is the point that says there is no colored without black. Number one.
Correct.
Okay. But I said the topic in Buffalo.
Yeah.
No,
the number is
we're just ready to go.
064548 our number today, man. The still number one. Talk to us. WhatsApp. Just go there and another would do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As I said, I'm live on Facebook, Khosi Sohongwane, and we are live on YouTube, which is the Khosi Sohongwane Live Show, and we are live on TikTok as well, which is Khosi 007. Before we can go any further, before you know you're gonna sell, and then you're gonna come back, and then you can continue. Oh no, GB Mono, it's on fire. So Ravu. This show is brought to you by Sohongwane Medical Services and Clinic. They are a private clinic situated in number 70 Tuefengesgras in Westview, Danville. They specialize on the following: primary health care, ailment diagnosis and treatment, including medication, wound care, family planning, well baby clinic, basic ultrasound, laboratory blood services, treatment of chronic illnesses, treatment and management of patients on ARVs, wellness screening, antenatal clinic, HIV services and cancer counseling. They have a pharmacy on site and they are doing CCMDD services as well. OHS clinic, circumcision clinic, and abortion services. Their cell phone number is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Again, the address is 70 Tuefengersgras in Westview, Pretoria West in Denver. Cell phone number again is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. All right, today, that is our sponsor for today, Songwana Medical Services and Clinic. They don't take any medical aids, none. They only take cash, which is $350. Please want to consult a very good service. Yago Tenka da 72 Fungsgras in Westview in Denver. $350 only. Your medication will be separate if you don't want it. But wait, we're back. It's a Monday political show, man. Yeah, correct. It's a Monday political show, guys. So let's talk about this thing. Today's topics, can a black man be racist? I want to ask that question.
Well, black on black can be racist.
And black on who can be racist?
When once you say race, then you are talking about people of different groups.
Yes.
It can never ever be black on black.
But then
it will always be black on white.
Yeah, but then
or vice versa.
No black on white. I cannot be a racist to a black man. They go too black to a white man. That's nonsense. I better get orange. How am I going to be a racist to a white person?
No, you see, when it comes to the issue of racism, when it comes to the issue of racism, the way I'm looking at it is that white people, because of they are the founders of racism.
Yeah.
When black people start to show more commitment and loyalty and love towards their own race, they view that as racism.
Yeah.
When you start now to come up with the history to show the evil that they have done, both things. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, the issue that we are dealing with now today, I saw it equal slowly, but it was more on Parliament when we started the issue of land without compensation.
Yeah.
When we're pushing for that, white people, they quickly ran and they came up with a narrative which is false.
Yeah.
To say that all coloreds, they fall under COI. I want us to talk about that.
You're going to come there.
You understand?
You're going to come there.
Because this is where now those kind of things, they come from there. As a matter of fact, the name Xhosa.
Yes.
Someone said the name Xhosa, it was given to the Xhosas by the COI, meaning an angry man. You understand?
So
in the actual fact, the COI is Bantus. Now you can't have coloreds being part of the COI.
Okay.
Because what makes a colored it's black and white.
Okay, fine. But before we can get there, let's talk about this one first.
Okay.
Can a black man be racist? No, I don't believe that. Can a black man be racist? I can't, because let me tell you my reasons why. First and foremost, racism is not about words. Ne?
Yeah.
It's not about words. It's about a system.
Yeah.
That is going to differentiate me from anything. That cuts me from everything. From school, from work, from just living a good life. And it favors one particular race.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So laws are made to make sure that I'm prohibited from going to a white school, to doing white jobs, to getting paid like a white person, to stay in a white area, to, like what we see now in this country. Understand? That is me, Hamutabuaka racism.
Okay.
If I call you a colored, I'm not racist. You understand? It's more than words. I don't know what your take, but for now that's how it is. It's more than words to say this person is racist. Because what we hear now, this word is being thrown even by white people. Hey, we are racist towards them. I'm like, racist how? By telling you the truth.
Yeah, no. You see, that's the thing. That's why I say, go to Abelung. That's what they do when you know who you are.
Yeah.
And you're standing up for yourself.
Yeah.
And they find they've got no ground or they can't ban you, whatever it is. Then all of a sudden you are a hater,
you're a racist,
you're a racist, and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
That's the reason why you have people like the French and Americans selling them out.
Yeah.
Now they have to create a certain narrative around him that is going to make him look negative.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I always say these things every time we do these kind of talks. It's not really about what white people can do. I will always say my problem, it lies with Tina Botaki, whereby you've got backstabbers, you've got people that are not, they don't understand the meaning of the word honor.
Yeah.
They don't know what it means to stand.
Those are like.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember, isilo lesabasibekile manje, seke sakhuluma enye into. Wathi ulokuzana bathi bani
Mesizulu again. Okay.
Wathi nibazwe kodwa ningabalaleli.
Correct.
You see, that's the thing. I mean, I feel ukuthi sometimes black people we fall victim of these things because of we listen too much.
Yeah.
Funeka ubazwe, but ungabalaleli. When you stand up from that meeting, erupted about what those boys did and what they said and all that, and everybody now is coming in about the issues of colored, as if they're being attacked or whatever the case might be. Fine, like I said, I don't agree with what they said.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about the fact that colored, and I'm not talking about recent marriages of like today where you've got black people who are successful getting married to a white woman and then from there having colored kids. But when you go back to here, let me talk about myself. My mom, she's colored. My grandfather,
Correct.
Uznagile, is a first grade colored, like Trevor Noah.
Correct.
And then my great grandfather, my grandfather's father. So Ukoko was raped by this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, most of the colored people from way back, that's how they came into existence. If you go back to Kemet, which is Egypt, you find the race that you find today, which is a very, very young race, the
Correct.
Arabs.
Yeah.
Arabs are mulatto, they are colored.
They are colored also.
And they came as a result of the Greeks and the Romans that came down to Kemet, trading with those black people that were there, Kush.
Yeah.
And from there, they began to sleep around with the black women,
Yeah.
those white folks.
Yeah.
And that's where the Arabs came from. Now, the sad thing is that when you come from that space, you cannot claim whiteness. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
When you are in that space, you cannot claim whiteness. But you can claim blackness.
Yeah.
Remember what was happening with Muammar Gaddafi? Gaddafi, the mother is black, the father is Arab. When he had a beef with the Arabs, he would go to the black brothers, going to Kubu Mugabe and everybody else, and they will stand with him.
Yeah.
If things turn sour between them, then he goes back to the Arabs.
To
You
the
understand what I'm
Arabs,
saying?
yeah.
Now, the issue is this. With colored people, they cannot say, we are white. The white men, their fathers, they don't want them. Instead, what they will do, they will reject, they won't be accepted in that society.
Yeah.
And that is why the profiling of color. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, colored people are blacks. Period. End of the story.
Yeah.
My biggest issue now is that the way South Africa is so racist, we have to define that you are colored. We have to have a form to say that you are colored. Everything that is not, and mind you, they are not in denial of that, as much as they don't like us.
I guess they are benefiting from that, remember?
Yeah,
they are benefiting from that
BE.
thing, BE.
Yeah.
That's why I
What,
know
the Chinese, the Chinese and the
as well by these people.
but I guess it's part of
I
guess it's part of what do you call it? White people classifying certain people of because of the color of their hair and also the color of the eyes.
But how about classifying?
Yeah, when they called them black, they called them black based on that, not
Because of
necessarily the color of the skin.
Yeah, they have.
It was the hair and the eyes.
Okay.
But another thing about Chinese is that Chinese, their DNA shows that they are black. Remember, the first people to arrive in the space of China to settle there, the first emperor, of Chinese was a black man.
Correct.
These were black people, okay? And I understand it from that perspective, Uguti, apart from the issue of hair and the eyes.
Yeah.
But they carry most of our DNA.
With the Chinese.
They actually do, and there's this narrative, or there's this part of history that believes that the first Chinese man would probably be a Khoi.
which might be true. Be true. And actually, it is said that even the Buddha himself was
correct.
a black man.
Was a black
You
man,
understand? We have impacted and influenced them and created them.
Yeah.
But they have a way of trying to rub the history.
Yeah.
To try and remove history. I mean, that's what they do in Kemet. They breaking the nose of the statues and stuff like that.
Correct.
The Chinese are in denial of some of their history because of it shows a lot of blackness. You understand?
Yeah, even he's got woolly hair. There's no way where a sculpture or a statue, you know, all of them with those woolly hair. So that proves for the only nation or ethnic group that has that type of a hair on earth, it's black people.
Okay, so GB, when do you think black people can be racist, Bafan? Like, I will tell you this.
black people, I don't think they can be racist, but I think that they can respond in a manner that may be considered to be racist because of the anger that we have.
In what way? For example, in what way?
No, I mean, for an example, there are some of us who just don't want to be associated with white folks.
And that doesn't make me racist, right? Does it?
No, I love my people more. That's the thing. That is why I like your definition of racism when you talk about the system.
Yeah.
Because Tina, we are not in a position of creating any system.
Yeah, of course.
As a matter of fact, systems are created
for us.
Yeah, and then we are placed in those systems.
Yes.
You understand? And they discriminate, they disadvantage us. You understand?
Yeah.
So if we were in a position to create a system, maybe let's see if we were to create a system that will be racist. Like now, white people have been claiming Guti in BEE is racism in reverse. But there's no way that you're going to try and balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somehow you have to pull those people that were disadvantaged and put them forward and allow them at the same time. And those who aid, yet you've got people who are sitting in wealth that is, touching 4 or 5 generations. And then you say you're going to balance. Black people who are saying that they're rich, they don't even scratch the surface.
Yeah.
Comparing to the white people who have stored up wealth for 4 generations.
All right. So I know the open chat.
Yeah.
Well, let me just ask this guy.
Let me just say something. It's something that I want to. There's a statement that my brother made, when he said colored people were created because of the rape that was happening between black and white. Now, remember, according to the diaries of those 2 ships that came in here, back in the olden days,
only men. No side.
I think there was 13 women.
No, there was no women.
No, there was.
There was never. Let me tell you something about the Voyager study captains. They would never allow a woman on the ship. It was considered bad luck. A woman can never. The British, especially the Dutch, they will never.
Because of menstruation,
they will never let a woman on a ship.
So it was only men.
It was only men.
Yeah. So the reason why I'm saying that is because these people were not the first one to actually cross the borders and come this side.
Okay.
You understand?
They were not. Yes.
Yes, they were not the first people. The first people to actually cross the border were Portuguese. They are the ones that came here. However, Bojan van Riebeeck, they accidentally discovered the Cape of Good Hope by mistake. It was not an intentional thing.
Actually, the real history, the 2 ships they ran ashore.
Correct.
If you've ever been to a Cape of Good Hope, right?
Yeah.
That place, beside the point, that point you can never go there anyway.
Exactly.
Even if you go round rocks.
They were stuck there.
Yeah, so they broke on those rocks.
Yes.
That is why they had to go ashore.
Correct.
And meet the people.
Already trading with the Portuguese when that happened.
Yeah.
There's a Xhosa man who they tried to write out of history. This guy defeated the Portuguese.
Yeah.
He handed over they tried fighting with the Xhosas back then.
Yeah.
But they couldn't defeat them.
Yeah.
They had to come up with another strategy. That's when they actually sent missionaries.
Yes.
Now you talked about the system to say the system says racial division and what. You to me it sounded as if you were describing discrimination.
It's the same thing.
Exactly.
Racism, discrimination is the same thing.
So according to me, a black man can never ever be racist.
Yes.
They don't even have a bone of being racist in them. Because even in the olden days, when Portuguese came here, we welcomed them.
Because the question is, if you're racist, what am I benefiting from that?
Exactly.
Because the system, I think, was made to benefit other people.
Who called
others?
Who?
You understand?
Who called who racist? That's the thing. Who called who racist? Because even before the white people coined the word racism, we didn't know what that was.
Yes.
You understand? So you cannot now say that thing is ours because we don't know where it comes from.
We don't even have
that
that way to
race.
Yes.
Obviously, we're talking about people of different ethnic groups, not necessarily people of the same ethnic group but different cultures.
Yes.
Because even that side, they have their own cultures. Before they call themselves white, they used to call themselves Excavians or whatever the case may be. It's only now when they wanted to conquer the nation of black people, they decide to call themselves white.
Yeah.
Before then, there was no such a thing as a white person.
There was a whole lot of discrimination even among them because of, remember,
Yes.
even the Scots, they were very much undermined and discriminated against.
Correct.
Italians, the same thing. You understand? So it has been there for a long time. I mean, bring it back home to the topic that we're having now here. I feel, Uguti, as a country, we don't need this kind of a situation whereby now there's going to be racial tensions between the colored folks and black folks and all this kind of things.
GB, don't you think it has been there forever? It never stopped. It's been there.
Yeah.
It's just that they've been waiting for a spark. And I'll say this, and people must listen to me very carefully. And then if somebody will say I'm a racist, it's fine. Because people don't want to hear the truth, right? Samatom, this thing, into racism. I'm Morena. We don't discriminate anybody by anything.
No, we don't.
The colors are the ones who are very much racist. Even them themselves, they do say. If you can look in TikTok, after I posted that video of the woman says, I don't like blacks. And everybody was like, even the culture was like, yeah, we know. The K word is used amongst us every single day.
Yeah.
It's a normal thing.
Correct.
After Eusebius Mackanzie. I don't know if you know him.
They need to decide.
Yeah. Eusebius Mackanzie was a colored man, gay man. He grew up in Cape Town. You know, this one's this thing they're in another country.
Yeah.
So fine. He himself said it. Live on air. Guys,
Yeah.
He will say, if you don't sleep, I'm gonna call the Bantu to eat you.
Yeah.
Imagine, a poor colored woman will make me hate black people. So he was made to told, listen, if you don't sleep, I'm gonna call the Bantu to eat you. The Bantu means us, and the Bantu means people. For goodness sakes,
Bantu is
maybe
people.
somebody must understand what Bantu is.
Bantu is people.
It's people. So Colors has been waiting for this to spark. It's not like this thing is to me like open chats.
Yeah,
open chats just gave us a light, a match, and then that thing just sparked and then went all out. Look at the responses.
Yeah, all
of the responses are, fucking proving the very same stereotype. So you guys are crazy.
But don't you think
a black man in there?
And then pure black.
I did
both sides of the fence.
Remember, this guy is black, is in a PA. How do you guys survive?
No, it's confusing the name.
Oh, let's hope.
One must be inside the camp.
You understand? Yeah. So many people must understand. Shame, it's not us.
Yeah.
And now, and it's 29, you're not politically correct. You know this thing of being politically correct? No, what they did was wrong. What they said, it's in the manner of entertainment. One. Okay. I won't say it myself because I don't like those kind of things.
Yeah.
I will never condemn McG. His platform is based on what he's doing.
Correct.
It's up to you, the person, to how people and wait today.
Yeah.
How it's for disclaimer.
You must put
this our disclaimer.
You must put it up before.
The disclaimer is there. Opinion is steady come. It's not about the channel. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're freedom of speech, we extend to the courtesy of our guests. As a channel, we don't accept any
now question is it wrong for one to love their own culture?
It's not.
Or is it wrong for me to love black people?
No, let me answer that. You know what? You're so right. I memean, I was looking at the issue of Orania. Ne?
Yes.
And I was listening again to barking that General. No, I'm telling you, today I was listening to that and I was like, but you know what? We have to be fair about things.
Correct.
You understand?
Yeah.
Buddha is referred to, they are fighting for the preservation of their culture.
I'm a bit.
Yes.
Do
you understand?
Yeah.
Correct.
No, they are. And for me, I admire that.
Yes.
When I listened to that song, I mean, I could pick up the spirit behind. You understand what I'm saying? Now, we are the only people, Tina, when we do that, it threatens everybody.
Yes.
When Amanje, Amazulu, they are under siege of being like when they're superior, when they're best, everything Zulu. It's because Amazulu, they stand for their culture. They protect their culture.
Correct.
Do you understand?
Correct.
Oh, my silo sibiza imbizo. Yonke taxi MTN by empty.
They go down.
Song is apart.
Yeah, they go down.
Now, and Chok Maskande kona manje. Maskande is born, has risen up.
Correct.
Top of charts.
Correct.
Why? Because they stand together.
Yeah.
They will even support one another even if that person is wrong. Now, why is it that it's like everybody is threatened by them.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
When we do that, everybody else is threatened. But when white people are doing it, Orani and all these kind of things, it's okay. You understand? If colored right now were to start to do, it's okay. But Tina, a lot of things are going to come out. Racism, blah blah blah, reverse whatever. You know those kind of things. And from there, you're going to have some minister who's an asshole coming to say something, to say that, let me try and equalize the situation. Let me balance the situation. No. It's about time that people must start to uphold to their values, to their culture, promote your own, love your own, and I don't see anything wrong with that.
Okay, like I better be so like the number that one. Is it wrong to love your own culture, right? Or your own people? It depends on which society are we talking about, from which point, Tabiso. Because we can never do that. Because one thing for sure that we do that in here, we remember the history, that where we come from.
Correct.
As a country.
It's informed by the history.
But if we work out to Europe, all of them are white. Different nations, white people. Italians, Russia as well. China as well, whatever. But if you come to this country, we are so fragmented. We can never say, okay, now I'm going to promote my culture. Because the moment we do that, where people are still perpetuating a crime and call it culture. There's nothing, GB, no culture will say to me, I'm going to from me. My culture means saying I can't mix with you. I told this other white person, culture goes like this. Culture, it's inclusive. One, culture will never die. So this whole thing of preserving culture, that's nonsense. How do you preserve culture unless it's a fake thing? Marano, let's go back years. Let's go back years. 1651. Where was the Buddha culture?
Where was it?
Non-existent.
That is actually another question that I had for you guys to say, okay, fine. I hear what you say.
Yeah.
But now, before they even came here,
there was no Buri.
There was no Buri.
There was no African.
There was no African.
There was no colored.
So now, my bone of contention here, Hosine, with that, you are referring to culture, and then there's tradition.
It's the same thing, Bavan. Two words of the same coin. Tradition, culture. Culture will simply say all of us, right? As
or
black
it's
people,
inclusive.
It's inclusive. As black people, culture is about us.
Correct.
But when it comes to our own traditions, and Amakosa, Outlook and Sabone, and Alema Masoto and Alabatu, whatever. But all of us are a culture, a black culture, all of us included.
Meaning that.
But within that thing, there's always what we're going to be doing separately as different cultures, I will say. Now, let me just give this one a little bit. Go back, 1651. Before that ship would leave Holland
and come here.
There was not something good him there.
But
like never
he was in exile. He was coming.
Never travel years.
But what was
so you did so descendants of
what Kosi is saying, exactly what he's saying. That's exactly what the old man said, Uchezi, when he was giving a speech one day. He said there were people there who were living peacefully. We didn't have the problems.
And they welcome them, my brother.
And they welcome them.
We didn't have these issues that we're having today, where now you've got colored people. Now we fighting with colored people and all these kind of things. Now we have to declare colored people to be part of the COI. All this confusion was not there.
Jan van der Beek landed.
But it was not until Jan van der Beek landed that our problems started. And I think every time when we get off track and we start facing these kind of challenges now that we are having now with colored and Gayton, whatever, we need to go back to where this thing started from. This thing doesn't start now. Understand? The root of the problem.
Disclaimer, get the Bible.
No, look at it like this. There is no way that you're going to have problems in your own heart. That visitor will always be an influencer.
Correct.
And that's the reason why the likes of Samora Machels, the first thing that they did was said, get them packing.
Yes.
Idi Amin, get them packing. We're trying to make progress as a country. But still, we find ourselves taking 10 steps backwards.
Yeah, they're
Because
holding
of
us back,
We
actually.
are trying to reconcile at the same time we're trying to fix our things with Donald Trump. They should all do that because I can tell you right now, as long as people are
Yeah.
too
much.
Influence blind guy.
Too much.
But you see, my 2000, if they didn't know what racism was,
How you develop now?
yeah, but that one,
Aba
Afri
yithi.
Forum,
Yeah.
that was pure racism.
Yeah.
At its best.
Yeah.
You can never, ever get it better, lesser than that.
Why, but
Honestly.
yeah.
That one, it was very offensive.
So, because many people don't know the history, guys, let me just give them a little bit of background. Like I was saying, Kibagataba ya Barkim, Kibagataba ya for what happened in 1651.
Yes.
Right? I get they came there 1652 April.
Honele existed after 1652.
So, like you said earlier, the first people who passed were the Portuguese.
Yeah.
Hence the word Natal.
Yes.
Natal means Christmas
Yes.
in Portuguese. This is Baba right. These ones, they came, they got a shipwreck. There was a storm when they get into the Cape. There was a shipwreck, and then they had to go ashore, and then they found people there. Black Africans. I'm not going to say Koen son. That's nonsense.
That's nonsense, man.
They met people there, right? And it was only men. And monna ke monna.
Yes.
Monna akra marago akra marago.
Correct.
It doesn't matter what kia tsonka.
The dress code back then, how was it?
Understand?
Exactly.
All those beautiful women had those beautiful breasts standing up and everything.
imagine.
It was like, hey,
So
why, what?
Exactly.
Hence, Busara Batman had to go to and become circus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they never saw a black person, a person with dark skin.
Correct.
They never saw that kind of figure.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling with the exhibition. Because they never saw a woman like that. Can you tell someone fighting and everything like that?
Yeah.
Sharp. So that's how they colored race. Unfortunately, it's not racism, it's the truth. There is no mixed race and color. It's the same thing. They can try to differentiate it amongst themselves to say no. Nah, we are mixed race. We're not colored, or we are colored. We're not mixed race. Mixed race can be Trevor Noah, a white a Swiss person and a black woman. And then I'm like, I know what about Musima and his kids? Are they not Khoisan as well? Because now you are saying you're Khoisan.
You understand?
You understand? Can they go and claim the land in Cape Town and say this is our land? They're colored in Swaziland. I've seen them. They've got a big place. They're colored in Denville, Mo Mafike.
Yes.
Can they go and claim land there? That is the question.
No, make sure me too much. They're colored in Swaziland. They don't even consider themselves as
They don't even speak Africans, by the way.
yeah, they don't consider themselves as colors. Amaswati.
Yes.
Amaswati,
Correct.
Batan Mhlanga, and all those kind
I
of
had a
things.
friend of mine. His name was
understand?
Chris. He was a pure colored.
Yeah.
I was Swati, pure.
Exactly.
But one day, I'm
But you see, that's addressing the identity problem debated. Before the word Khoi was termed
Yeah.
by the so-called white people, right? Which nation were these people?
Bomang.
Bona babarang batswa ko teng.
Or the colored. They were not there. They didn't exist.
They're saying Khoi because of the language Xhosa. They're saying sand because of they saw people basking in the sun every morning when the sun comes out.
I'm going to play a video right now, right? Listen to this woman, what she's saying. And especially like Queen San, how did that word come in?
Yeah.
For the Queen San. Listen to this.
So as Marena, mining, trader amongst each other. That is why I come from an organization Marena, Ering, Rebata, Lefatse, La Runa, Le Matequana Lona, Lidi Mineral Talona, Lidi Toshe Talona, Kuban, Harina Litoshe Tarona, Rativa, or Marena, Pilajoa. Rekala ho bona mikhukhu ka colonization. Rekala ho bona batho ba robalang ba saja ka colonization. Ka nako ya puso ya Marena ho no sena mokhukhu ne re iketsetsa matlo. Tsa malo sheba hore roofing ya first roof ke kae. It tells you hore ne re phela lifestyle e jwa. Di roof tsa rona were very expensive. Ona le monyetla wa o dula ka ra first roof wa tseba hore Maria e futhumetse hlabula e khulu. Naturally we knew that as batho ba batho. Kutlile le bua ka hore ntate mona o tswa makoisana. ha hona ntwe bitswang khoisane. Ke tlo e hlalosa today. There is nothing called khoisane. Hane maburu a fitla ka 1652. The first war, by the Khoi War, in 1969. Khoi is an abbreviation. K stands for Cap, Cape Town. H stands for Holland. O stands for orientated. Like I, indigenous people. The Holland indigenous people that came here, they started fighting with the San, the South African natives. It's about the history. Babar Khoisa. No,
why would
It's simple.
No. You know what? No, wait. Hosi, wait.
Yeah.
You see that.
Yeah.
You see that.
Yeah.
This is what people need. This is what South Africans need.
Yeah.
History, proper education.
Because
Because right now, what she's saying, that woman there, it breaks even this narrative that is being pushed by white people to try and push colors under the core.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we are
the whaling is.
So, in a nutshell, these people that you call the Khoi, it's Bantu.
Yeah, it's Bantu.
Bantu. That's how it is.
Yes.
Now, I've said this thing one time. There is no way that you can fight for true liberation, mental liberation, if there is no proper education system.
Yeah.
Issue is in the history, for an example, especially the kind of a country that we are, where we come from. History is supposed to be compulsory.
Yeah, it must.
Because I can tell right now, a lot of ignorance comes from not knowing history.
Correct.
And that is why even politicians themselves, some of the decisions that they make comes from not knowing history.
Correct.
And I wonder
100%
how is it that
agree
they hold a position as a politician while you do not know your history? I mean, the issue at GNU, you can't govern together with the enemy. How do you get to that point? How do you get to that point?
Your interests are not the same.
They're
Your
not the same.
voters' interests are not the
Exactly.
same. So what are you doing in the GNU?
Exactly. So here it shows what we are led by people who know nothing. As a matter of fact, they don't care about anything. And that is why we've got the problems that we are having. You understand?
Yeah.
But now what that woman is saying there, my brother, I can tell right now, she deserves a much more bigger platform than that. Because I can tell right now, that's the proper history that we need.
Yeah.
That's
Sankota, ne? That's Sankota, the association that she's talking about.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's Sankota.
Ne?
Yeah.
Maybe we should invite her one day.
No, we should.
Why be purely and clearly?
Yeah, but King Bungani, I don't think are accessible now, because the last time I was with him, it was in Alex, in his house in Alex.
Yeah.
But I'll just find out and see.
Find out and see if we can get him here. Then we can also talk to him. Yeah. The number is still 064 548 776 069 692 4788. Remote Khosi FM live on Facebook, which is the Khosi Sehongwane, and then we are live on TikTok, which is Khosi 007, and YouTube, the Khosi on the live show. If you want to talk to us, our WhatsApp number is 064 548 776 and then 069 692 4788. Talk to me now. Do you think a black man can be racist? Nah. And if they can, because they still say no. So back to the little history lesson I wanted you guys to give. Because what I wanted them must understand this now. There was nothing called a colored.
Never.
1651.
Never.
There was nothing like that. They can say there was Khoi, there was Africans here.
Yes.
Because if you look at their history structures on how we migrated from the north to come down here, I'm like, don't. Barashaka Mazulu, Atlileka 17 something. I'm like, I'm like, come on.
It's pure ignorance.
I asked the question, Bafanas.
No, wait.
Yeah.
And look, I want to say this thing. Well, you said we are covered.
No, we are covered.
Yeah, no.
Like a baby in my bone, we are covered.
Yeah. No, guys, let me tell you something. I mean, I've observed something.
Yeah.
Ingamlas dom.
Yeah.
Ingam
Kakhulu
nasidom.
futhi, kakhulu.
Yeah, ingam nasidom and it's just like they push and they try to hide ubudom babo. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of nale ayikhuluma, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Unguni kudala khona la.
Mepra.
Kudala khona la.
Dala.
And you cannot come and say ukuthi bafike on a particular year like wena bungakafiki nokufika wena.
Exactly. How do you know?
Where did you get the date from?
Correct.
No.
Correct.
So-
Just to add on what he's saying, Khosi.
Yeah.
You know, this whole issue, Ebazamangwe push.
Yes.
They are the natives and
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
Now I have my own, bargaining. The way I understand. There is this place in Mpumalanga called Adam's Calendar. Yeah, it's Adam's Calendar. It was discovered now recently in 2013.
Adam's
Now,
calendar.
Yes, this place, but it's older than the Stone Ages in England. It's actually way older than the pyramid of Giza. You understand? And yet in school we were taught civilization started in the pyramid of in Giza,
In Egypt, yeah.
in Egypt. But now here is a place in South Africa, right here in Mpumalanga, that challenges the narrative for civilization started in Egypt.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Which now debunks and proves it correct that even the people that are considered to be natives, they are not actually natives. Because that, to this day, it is the oldest man-made structure that is actually standing and sitting right here in Mpumalanga. So,
You know what I always say?
Where were the Khoisans during that
Yeah.
time? They were not even there.
You know, the only thing when I tell you say no kore, ba what to prove out the Khoisan were there.
Yeah.
Ne? Ke those little drawings. I'm like, those drawings they can be made by anyone. Shame. And nowadays AI can do whatever.
Even the same drawings.
They can make me dance kids dancing in on AI and it will be me with my voice. So don't do that.
Those drawings, according to science, but they are almost 800 years old.
Yeah.
But the Adam's calendar
It's more than that.
It's more than that.
Yeah.
More than
I think-
4,000.
Because I used to ask, I used to question this thing. Okay, the only people that will say they are older than us, okay, the Bushmen, Bamo Kalaharimu.
Yes.
None of them in Cape Town now, as we speak.
No, I wanted,
Mama
to say,
Kalahari.
I wanted to say that. I wanted to say what those drawings that you're talking about, mainly it is the Bushman.
Yeah.
And what I will say, Uguti, I think now because of what that woman has said right there is very much important. We need to move away from this word koi because of that's where the confusion is. You see,
Yes,
white people are
yes.
very good at
Correct.
naming things.
Correct.
So this is Bantu. That's it. End of the story.
Yes.
This issue of Khoisan, we need to move away from it because we know Uguti, how the word koi came about.
Everyone, this is
And-
Latasha.
and we know how the word son came about.
Correct.
Yeah.
The Bushmen that he's referring to are actually the San people.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, those are
course.
the San
Exactly.
people. The Bushmen that people are actually saying, no, we are Bushman, we are Bushman, we are Bushman. It's the San people. Yes.
Like I was saying about this thing, like I was saying, we talk about history and all that because people need to know these fundamentals of how did what happen and where and all that.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, there was no colors.
Yeah.
Ne? There was no nation called colors because one, there was no Africans
There wasn't.
in the world, GB.
Yes.
Not in Cape Town or
Not
South
in
Africa.
Cape Town.
In
the
the
world.
world.
There was no African.
God did not create the language Africans.
Africans.
African is a dialect
Yes.
of three languages: French, Dutch, and German.
Yes.
Let me give you an example. I'm sure you both know Africans, right?
Me, I'm 1976. I know nothing.
Why? Are we all right. Yone papire. Karen.
Yone papire.
Yone papire. What am I saying?
How?
Your papers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
Is it Afrikaans?
No.
Is
Doesn't sound like Afrikaans.
Yone papire. That's German.
That's German.
That says your papers.
Yeah, that's German.
But I
Doesn't
can
sound
say
like
that
Afrikaans.
and it can sound Afrikaans or Dutch. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's three dialects,
Yeah.
three languages: German, Dutch, and French that
And
made
you are
this
right.
thing of calling Africans. There is no way in heaven that there was ever. The people who came to the Cape on those ships were Dutch.
No, Africans,
Yes.
like what you're saying, Africans is proudly South African. It was manufactured here.
It was
Yeah.
here, yes.
It was
You
manufactured
can't find
here.
them
Yeah.
anywhere else.
Exactly. And what I'm very much interested in is like what you're saying now, which I think again, if there be any honesty among our fellow brothers, the colored people, is to admit the fact that before white folks came here, there was no color.
There was no colored me, brother.
You see, that's a very sensitive.
Yeah, it is
painful
gonna.
topic
I
to
know,
have.
You
but
understand?
but
Because I will tell you why. I will tell you why. Because then, right now, the narrative that is flying around is quite so disturbing.
Correct.
You understand?
Correct.
I'm saying with the
They are.
why is it that like I said, why is it that, for an example, they can claim, a lot of colored can claim blackness,
Yeah.
and they can claim the culture of African culture, but they will never claim whiteness.
No, they can't.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
can't.
And for me, it becomes clear, Uguti, in the actual fact, I feel Uguti, they are forced into accepting that they are colors.
okay, I'm gonna play another video, which I posted go TikTok and it blew up.
Yeah.
It's an old video.
I think I saw it.
Yeah,
I
you
think
know,
I saw it.
this woman that says, "Utla utla." You'll hear that. Let's take a listen to this.
Video. So it's not like I I'll send this video out of Cape Town. This woman, what's she gonna say about black people in South Africa is so ridiculous that even the white guy that's even asking her these questions is really trying to call her hand on how ridiculous she sounded. Let's go and roll that clip.
Why must we vote for the ANC? They don't deserve our vote.
So who are you voting for?
Even if I have to vote for the Daga party, I will vote for them.
Vryheids van Plus.
I'd even vote for them than vote for the ANC. I vote for anybody else but the ANC.
And is all colored people in Western Cape feeling like you feel?
Most of them, the majority of the colored people in the Western Cape.
So that means that ANC will never get this province.
We hope not. But what they're doing is they're busing the black people in from different provinces and bringing them into Cape Town and letting them vote in our area.
How do they do that?
They go up and they bus them in, and then they give them little plot numbers or whatever, and they go and register in certain areas, and that is how they are able to vote in Cape Town.
Yeah. Don't you like the ANC or don't you like the black ones?
I would say I don't. We were reared in.
It's like that. I don't like black people either.
There you go. So it's just you don't like black people. I don't like black people.
It's like me, I don't like. But you don't have a reason for it. Then it's just pure racism, no?
It's not racism. It is how we were reared that way, and so you just don't like black people.
Are they so different? I mean, am I so different of you? Is a black man a woman so different of you?
Yes.
In which ways? Enlighten me.
They might have the education, they might have the money, they might have whatever. But the fact remains is they're still black.
So what? So what?
What? They're black. It's just, it's a... When I grew up as a young girl, we had apartheid era, and that is how we were reared. The white man, then the colored man, then the black man. And, he's not sugar. White man, black man, white man, colored man, Indian, and then the black man.
Now,
Yeah. I don't know if you heard that.
But Jose, listen to this. I mean,
Yeah.
if you listen to this lady, that's an empty tin. There's no content, there's no facts.
What's about it makes the
a lot
biggest
of
noise.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you'll never know how many of them
I'm trying to
are
find a
thinking
reason.
like that.
Exactly. I'm trying to find a reason why
And
she
there's a lot
says she
of them,
doesn't
eh?
like black people.
There's no reason.
She's
Just
got no-
because.
Yes, and again, listen, one dangerous thing. She says that they've been programmed like that.
Yes.
They were taught.
They
They,
were taught.
grew up.
They were
They were
programmed.
reared like
Yes.
that.
They were programmed like
exactly.
that.
Now, the deception starts from way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deception starts from way back because as I'm looking at her, I can tell right now, if not her mother, her great grandmother, she's black.
Yeah.
Of course.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you say you don't like black people, and that's why that's the part that I don't understand. When colored people become racist, how do they become racist? Because
Half of their DNA
exactly,
it's African. You understand what I'm saying?
It's African.
So if you're saying you don't like black people, it's like you don't like half of you.
Half of you.
You think that being a colored makes you exception and makes you separate from other people? No.
And the sad story, which I keep on repeating in the show, is that when they go towards their white fathers, they are not accepted as white people. You understand what I'm saying? They're not accepted as white people. And that's why the name colored had to exist, because of somebody had to profile them to say that you are not white, but you are this.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've got 3 comments from Sandra San Giorgio. Ari, the first comment 3 minutes ago, she said, I can be able to, yeah. She said, I live in Cape Galas, southern tip of Africa, Strasbourg, right? Then she comes and say, liked, subscribed, yes, colors are half white, half black race, right? But they have identity crisis for centuries. I see this a lot. I'm 56. I don't know how the apartheid was ever allowed so wrong. Then the last comment she said was, evening from Strasbourg, Western Cape, great chat. In my house, we have 2 black special young ladies, 2 white, me and my mom, 1 colored man, my spouse. Yeah, she's white, she made just a colored man. We great along very well in our happy home. Good for you. Let me give her this.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, one. Let's give her that. She deserves this thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. At
Rainbow
least,
Nation.
there's people who actually understand what's happening. And the identity crisis is something else. But it was encouraged by other people. The other ones.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually a shame, Jorge. That clip that you just played now.
Yes.
There were a lot of conditioning that was done on these people like that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's not going away.
You understand?
It's
It's as well
there.
growing.
Yes,
because they still think that it is like that.
Exactly.
They
Even now, I feel that somebody's using it to claim the independence of Cape Town.
Yeah.
They are using them because now they want to deal with the issue of this whole thing of saying black people are the ones that are originally from here. They are the natives of this land.
Yeah.
So they want a different group that is more closer to them. Most of the politicians that are in power right now, they do not know the history of this country.
No, they don't.
They don't.
They don't. And another thing that I've got a challenge with is that you're on an land as a Cape Town.
Yeah.
How did we get there? I mean, how did we get there? Because
they've been fighting for the Cape of Good Hope ever since they landed.
The thing is this. Why entertaining it? Why entertaining it? I don't see our government, taking a stance.
Okay.
First and foremost, they didn't find that place vacant. There were natives in that space.
Obviously, yes.
So if you're gonna come there and you wanna have a separate space, what about the natives that you found there? Because of that is their ground, that is their land. So for me, it will never make sense, the issue of white people fighting for an independence. Just like Orania, we it seems like we're getting used to it.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, it doesn't make sense. They should have done
exist.
Orania where they come from, not here.
It shouldn't.
Remember, GB, they had 3 Boer republics in this country. 3 of them, right? They had the Cape. Your Western Cape was independence, a country
Correct.
with its own constitution.
Yes.
They had Orange Free State, which was a state on its own.
On its own.
They had Transvaal, Gauteng. Ne? I don't know if Northern Cape in the Western Cape, yes. It was the one big Cape
There were
colony.
3. You're right. There were 3.
So they Baba Fa Makosa Transkei Sky. Got the TVBC states.
Correct.
Then they gave Botswana, right? They gave KZNA like
KwaZulu-Natal,
and they gave because it was 4 states independent. Remember, Tsarina. Transkei, Siskai, Venda, Putatswana. Venda was its own independent. Then Debres never got their own because it was Gangwan, but it was not that independent. It was more of you just rule yourself, it's fine.
Yeah.
But so that is why they still believe that Cape Town can be a country on its own.
Correct.
Because it was. With its own constitution, its own emblem, its own everything, except for the money.
Which is what they are using now as evidence to say previously we were once. Which is what they are using now currently as part of the submissions in them fighting this
You see?
this battle.
Yes.
To say, no, previously we did exist because we were divided in three. We had three.
They had their own
independent
three
states.
countries in the
You
same.
understand?
And remember,
Very dangerous, by the
Yeah.
way.
It
very,
is.
very
It
dangerous.
it even led to the creation of these two other countries in our country. Swaziland and
Swaziland and Lesotho.
The whole reason for them to create these two countries was to push blacks there.
Yes.
By the way.
To
It was the
just
plan.
for-
The plan was we create
All of
these
them.
two countries, and then
Yes.
from there we just push the rest because others were in Bophuthatswana, others were in Venda, others were in Ciskei and Transkei. So the remaining, we're gonna push them to these two countries and Eber Nafela the whole country.
Correct.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it never
That's
worked.
true.
Thank God, 94 came, and then we are here now. So the truth has to be told. And has to be told to the very colored people. Bakhethu, we want to accept you as part of us. Stop being brainwashed by these
No, they
people
are our
telling you
kids.
that, telling that you are not black, you are Khoi. There was nothing called a Khoi in a set
Nothing.
in this country. There was nothing like that. It was Africans because from the tip. Let's now go. Let's just expand our view. Let's go to the north of Africa, right? All those so-called Arab countries were all black.
We're all
Yeah,
black.
From
exactly.
Egypt to Algeria to
Exactly.
they were all black.
Everywhere.
Arabs come from the Middle East. They invaded, they took over, and then they took over until today. So there's no Arab Egyptian colony. I mean, country. Remember, they were using Islam to conquer, right?
Yeah,
and they
that's
did
what I
that.
mean.
So even here, Lemochaimo, there is no black person who moved from the north. I'm being told in Twitter every day, you must go back to the Congo. I'm like, show me Botswana
Which
in
Congo?
Congo. I don't know which one.
Congo?
I'm like, show me Botswana. How can Panza a Tswana person in Congo and say, these are the Tswana people here? I'll move. It's fine.
I was actually debating with one of the people here on the socials. Umpotsakadi Anunnaki.
That's a lie.
You are looking at an Anunnaki. When you are looking at me, I'm an Anunnaki.
It's
pure lies.
It's a diversion. Civilization is similar to guy.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no,
Yeah.
Because I don't want to
Bring
acknowledge
the
that
mic.
black
Yeah.
people
Actually
are
did something.
capable of doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, bring the mic. You know. I'm glad that you even touched that part of the Anunnakis.
Yeah.
because I've been questioning it, and it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, man. Some
These
aliens
guys-
come and then they teach you to
these
do a
guys,
pyramid.
what these guys do, when they realize that we are getting close to discover the truth,
Who we are.
and who we are,
Yeah.
they bring a new narrative.
Correct.
You understand?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Now listen to this. The issue of the Anunnakis. There came a guy by the name of Charles Darwin, who said that people have evolved from monkeys. Until they became an
that's
abstract. Listen to this.
But they're calling us monkeys.
That no, the Anunnakis, they wanted people who were going to mine gold, so they came and they created us as slaves so that we can mine gold because they needed gold from where they come from.
Which is where,
Now-
by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now listen to this. Now take Charles Darwin's philosophy or
Theory.
theory,
Yeah.
and then take the issue of the Anunnakis. In your rightful mind, will you go and create someone who will start to be a monkey first before he works for you? Why wait until the person evolves? So meaning that whole theory of Charles Darwin falls off.
Yeah.
Of course.
If you
Yeah.
bring in the Anunnakis.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
It falls off completely.
Exactly. And then now, what I want to ask you is this. Where are the Anunnakis today?
Exactly. And where do they come from, by the way?
Exactly. Where
they?
are the Anunnakis today? Because I will tell you right now, anything that is created, that can walk, that is tangible, that is created by the creator.
Correct.
And therefore, that thing cannot be the creator.
Yeah.
Correct.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
Yeah. And that is what I'm saying with it. These people, when they see that we are heading close to getting who we are and discovering ourselves, they bring a new narrative. And from there, they spread it so wild that they get people confused. Now they tell you about Enlil and they want to tell you about Enke and all these kind of things. Do you hear? It doesn't make sense, this whole thing. If the Anunnakis existed, that
Yeah.
means that they are created.
Yeah.
So there has to be one, Uqamata.
There's something that created them, yes.
Even the Anunnakis.
Exactly, that created the Anunnakis.
Yeah.
And Tina, we are talking about that one.
Correct.
Uqamata, who created everything.
And it has been like that. Like
Exactly.
Exactly. And we've known that one way before. Before you could even think of all these other stories, he has already existed.
Yeah.
You know, I like when we talk about this thing about colored and stuff like that, I don't want to get to that point now. But white people were very, very shrewd. The issue of bringing in their blood to mix with our blood had a lot to do with spiritual connotation.
Correct.
That is to actually create ancestors that are confused. Ufana njengomuntu isihole.
Yeah.
You don't know who you are
There
actually.
was a deliberate plan.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is actually diluting and reducing your power
Yeah.
because of our bloods much more stronger than their blood.
Correct. They know that.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that is why I never get excited. And I think Professor Omar Johnson spoke about this many times. When I see black successful men grabbing white women, and they think that it's a floss or it's an achievement or it's a sign of achievement.
Yeah.
Because by doing that, you are compromising the blood.
You are actually contaminating your own DNA.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why, if they cannot get you out, they want to try and breed you out.
Yeah.
And when they came in Kemet, the Romans and the Greeks, and they were trading, that's when they started sleeping around and targeting prominent families.
Correct.
Mind you.
Correct.
Because the Arabs, they come as coming from prominent families whereby the mother will be either a princess. Do you understand? Or a particular royal family.
Yeah.
That's where the Arabs come from.
Yes.
And now, because of they were not accepted by their white fathers, then they hated their black mothers more. And slavery didn't start with white people.
It started with
Slavery started with Arabs.
Arabs.
Yeah.
That
They're
is
the
why
ones that-
sometimes I get very much concerned when I
Yeah.
hear most of my black brothers saying "Salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh."
I'm saying that, and worst
they
of
think-
all,
and they think that
my blood boils.
and they think that they've got it. You understand?
Yeah,
They think that
yeah.
they've got it, and they don't know that the first people that hated us and oppressed
them.
us and
Were
cut
the
it,
Arabs.
and cut it off our hands, it was the Arabs.
Yeah.
White people. You see, when you see the Arabs, jihad, whatever, bombing France, whatever, they're not fighting for black people. Their grudge with the white folks is this: you guys found us already on the table,
Correct.
and you took food out of our mouth.
Out of our mouth.
Do you understand what I'm saying? That is their beef. And that is why they will go and kill the white folks. But the issue was this: both of them, they wanted power and control over us.
Yeah. It's like that.
It's
like-
0645481776. You're still on Kosi FM, man. Coming to you live on www.kosifm. If you want to look at us, you want to hear us, go to your phone, go to your Google and say www.kosifm.co.za. Just same as at the back. If you can see on your screens at the back of the gentleman as well, you can see our banner there. And you can just listen to us there, streaming live to you from Pretoria West in Westview in Denville. So today's topic is, can a black man be racist? Yes or no? Tell me, please. And then Gayton Mackanzie, my father. Sorry, we can be for let's take 45 minutes.
Yo, that's a very long
That
That was a very long time.
Yeah. So we have this guy now.
Yeah.
He's a PA leader. PA is Patriotic Alliance. When you were an organizer, they demoted you. When? What happened? What's the story?
We will go into it.
So this guy in the camouflage jacket tab you saw was a PA member. Still a PA member, right?
Yeah, still.
Yeah. But he was a regional organizer.
Yeah, I was a regional organizer.
And then what happened? They
No,
demoted
they
you.
dismantled the regional structure.
Okay.
So now we are waiting the barking the new elections to happen so that people can be allocated.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, okay, whatever. So the like PA has a leader called Gayton Mackanzie. Who's this guy? Who knows who this guy is? Like I
The
don't
man
know
with
him.
many faces.
You know. Okay, Mina, before you even explain, Gayton.
Or maybe let's do this. You forget about Gayton. I'll jump in more the open chat. Open chat podcast. Open chat podcast, right? Let's jump to it a little bit, right? Rebecca Gayton, Rebecca got the open chat podcast, right? Which actually caused all this hullabaloo that you have today. First and foremost, that podcast is a kids podcast who doesn't know better, I will say.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why, Kerebia, because I do not believe in canceling somebody. We had a cancelling nonsense happening kana kwa Trump, kana kwa Biden, but it was fine.
Yeah.
Because people could not accept with transgender and whatnot, so they were cancelled all over the place. We can't have that again. I can't have my speech censored. Like you asked me during the week, are podcasts having to be? No, they don't. Podcasts are more, they are actually independent media.
Correct.
Where legacy media is now being censored and being bought to the report narrative. America. Those people, the media day, all the houses, CNN, SNBC, whatever, Fox News, they are all divided on the party line.
Correct.
The Republicans and the Democrats.
Yeah.
They are these other ones that will talk nicely about the Democrats. Trump. Then so podcasts came in a sense that they must give us a fresh perspective of news. You understand?
Yeah.
And entertainment is uncensored. and it's unbiased. When you look at TV now, we have all these nonsense shows which are very scripted. Podcasts are not I'm not
It's
scripting
not
it.
censored.
It's not censored, it's not scripted. So the moment now, just because 4 kids, 2000 for sure, 4 kids said something. And if you can look at the whole podcast there, that episode, unfortunately I deleted, they do praise colors at the end of the day. Oh, there's nice things about this. Yes, we know this might be this might be that. And I dated a colored myself, not me. One of the kids said that.
Yeah.
And I know that they're crazy because I've been in that space.
Yeah.
Let's be honest and be truthful. Ne? We're not saying it's a cultural thing, but you are saying as black people think we are violent as black people. They think, hey, it's fine. Let's look at that's not racism. That is stereotype.
Yeah.
Do you think that all black Americans they like gold teeth? They like spinners on their wheels. They like, and they do. They do.
There's nothing wrong with that.
A black man in America will have money, GB, and he will go and buy a Cadillac.
Yeah.
And like what he will do in like king on that car, he will go and he will put spinners.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the one that when you drive is like the wheel is standing. When you stop, they still spin.
They still spinning.
They'll put those things there. They'll have gold chains. They'll have gold rings. It's not racism. It's still that's how you are. That's how they see these
It's
people.
actually called racial profiling.
You understand what I'm
They
saying?
actually did, yeah.
So what these kids did, ne? What these kids did, I don't condone you hurting somebody intentionally, because that's racism to me. Because we went through that as black people. We know.
Yeah, but Jose, you know, I hear you trying to explain this thing, but I must say, like, I will be straight with you.
Yeah.
Those boys, what they said there, that was bold.
That's making fun. Yeah.
That was bold. That was bold. I mean, that's quite deep.
Correct.
That's very, very deep.
When they say they sleep with each other and
that's
whatnot.
deep, brother. That's deep. You can talk about other things. You can talk about colored people, you know, loving a golf and having a gun and having a nice chick, and then say probably that's
What about no teeth?
Come on, not all of them.
It's also a
You
stereotype.
see, stereotype as
Because
well.
all colored
It's not
people don't have
racism.
teeth.
Yeah, you can talk about that.
Oh, the accent.
Yeah, you can talk about that. I mean, I think if it was only that, I don't think the owns were going to be, you know, having a halabaloo about being angry.
Yeah.
But to go and say that these people, they sleep with, now that's hectic,
deep.
right?
Yeah,
No, that's
that's-
hectic. And I think
yeah.
somehow we need to control this kind of talks.
Correct.
Because you are actually creating something that is so deep and painful, which at the end of the day, you don't even have proof of it.
Correct.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
So don't interfere. I mean, right now, if we were to say certain things about Uzulu,
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying? And practical example, njengamanje isondlo likaShembe.
Yeah.
It's
but
it's a hot water
Exactly.
because of people are claiming ukuthi kushada abantwana abancane kwashada and stuff like that. Now the people are saying these things abantu abame ngaphandle. I guess ngene ngaphakathi sibuze labantwana abashadiwe abakholile emshadweni ukuthi bona how do they feel about it? You understand? Nobody has done that. So then you want to go and put up an idea or portray a particular person to be like this.
Yeah.
How many people got healed, Kashembe? How many people got their breakthroughs, Kashembe? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So my point is this: what those boys did, whether we like it or not, we have to admit they went overboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did go overboard. Mar, does it really constitute them being cancelled and really getting all this hate? But this guy, your new leader.
Who?
Gayton.
This boy, no, this other one, Norman Chow. Yeah,
Liam
yeah.
Jacobs. Yeah.
All of a sudden now he's going documenting. He's going to Brooklyn Police Station to open up a case of what?
You know. Okay. If I may say so, ne? Remember the type of history that we come from as a country, right? And then when we were busy talking about racism, we even went on to say how these people were created is because of a product of
the R word.
Yes. So this is what makes the comment sensitive because of that. You understand? To say we come from a very painful past, and now here are these boys talking like this, right? Yes, it was a joke, but it was a bad joke.
Yeah.
I think that one I agree with.
Well, it was a bad joke, yes.
It was a very bad joke.
But does it really necessitate
No,
now they must be cancelled and
you see, that's
multi-choice has taken away their thing?
Yes.
I mean,
that's where now I differ with what the colored community did. This was actually the second time they actually commented about colors.
You know, these boys, ne?
Yes.
To be honest, they've been talking about every race.
Yes.
They talk about Limpopo being witches.
Thank
I've
you.
never seen Mapedi,
private parts and what was.
They've been talking about this body.
There's no need for them to cancel. But that's it.
So what I'm trying to say is that the first one that the colored community allowed to let it slide, they were talking about soccer players
who are always
going overseas, and they were asking a very important and critical question to say, why is it that black players do not make it in Europe, specifically the Premiership? Right? They made an example ka Steven Pienaar, they made example ka Sean Bartlett, Benny McCarthy,
they did succeed, yes.
And that, being a footballer myself, an ex-footballer player, it's very difficult to break through that side, but it's easy for them to break through. Because why? White people are more receptive and accept colored people as opposed to black people.
Because of the color?
Yes. Yeah, that's what it is.
So you see,
okay, you know, I hear what you're saying, and I don't want to dispute that. The thing that I'm bringing up here, Uguti, I want to talk about the issue of consequences.
Yeah.
My business partner taught me something which is very much important.
Correct.
There has to be consequences. Yes, we do hear you. You are saying sorry, but still you need to pay for it. So that,
but pay how, Jay?
Tomorrow, I don't know, but listen to this. You need to pay for it.
We can't cancel the boys. They're still young.
Yes, but then the thing is that there must be consequences. But I think this time around, when they come back, you understand?
Yeah.
Because there's consequences. I have a problem with this thing, Guti. People get away with murder, they get away with things, and then there are no consequences. When you do that, people will never learn. They will never grow. There has to be consequences. You must know that if you do this, this is going to cost you, and it's going to cost you so much.
Yeah.
So that if you are determined to do whatever podcast, whatever it is, you must come back. But this time you come back matured.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tina, we want to be in a space whereby, you know, things that happen, and then from there, the buzzword, sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I always say, I've taught that even in my house. I don't take sorry. For me, sorry is a language of hurting people, and then, you know, being very much insulting and all this thing. From there, when they realize that they are cornered, not because of they realize that they are wrong, but they are cornered now, and now they've got no excuse, then they say sorry.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But by the time we hear Zalendo, whatever that was driving you, your mind was working. It's not like your mind was blank.
Yeah.
So that word sorry does not solve anything. There must be consequences.
I problem then why censor the whole thing? You understand?
Okay.
Why then demand an apology? When it comes, you don't want to accept it as a person. And then you say, no, but you know, the damage has been done. Yes, it is been done. It's okay. Don't forget what we do.
Yes.
In our own households. We justify we're playing whataboutism. But why the outrage? Whereas even somebody didn't specify the name.
Yeah.
Jibilika.
Yes.
He just said all black people, for example.
Yeah.
And then all of us are all over the place. Whereas we specify it.
Yes.
And we do that every single day.
Yes.
No one is out there to cancel us. My problem is, let's have consistency.
But
when it comes to this consequence management, let's have consistency. even what the left hand is doing, the right must be done the same as well. Just because this one does not get published, or now we don't get, but while in Popo they could just uproar and say,
That's the narrative. That's the narrative.
Even Libo themselves, but
exactly the same as the colors are saying. What these people are saying, it's a stereotype.
Yes.
What we are being seen as. It's not like we are like that. But the way we are approaching it, it's actually making it worse. It's actually proving these boys right.
But
it's proving them right. You are crazy because the way you come, you are all over. You are fighting. Wait, my sister and I got Alabama Township, not like stop.
Yeah.
Alabama came right? This lady of Kalati, Emilia, she was pregnant heavily. So. And what already paying Udut got through, right? The last second she comes to the clinic, it's full. When she gets in by the gate, boom, the baby comes out. The baby falls on the floor. Nurses are being called. My sister was part of that. They ran outside, jiggy, but then it was too late.
Yeah,
the whole colored, they made a whole march on Sunko's men's clinic. That's the first that you will think of. On Sukon's mense. On Sukon's what mense he's on. Same thing happened here in Joburg. Remember the principal?
I remember.
What were they saying?
Yeah, they were up in arms.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
But you see, let's look at this thing for what it truly is. The PA leader takes it upon himself to deal with the boys.
Why?
That's my question.
Why?
And he's back and he can fight for them. But what is it actually doing for the organization that he represents? You understand? Because if we are going to talk about politics, we are talking about the numbers games here. Do you really want your organization to grow? The largest population right now in South Africa is which one?
Kirena.
Now, what happens to the black vote now?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Hence, now I have a bit of an issue with that to say, but he didn't have to respond the way he did, and especially looking at the time that we are in right now.
Yeah.
Look at these vouchers for this highness now. They took him to Human Rights Commission.
I'll tell you right now.
Who's this guy, Bill?
No. The thing is this: I don't have a problem with him personally.
Yeah.
I've got respect for Gayton for one thing.
Yeah.
Joe, it takes a lot of guts to come from where he came from.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And he has made something of himself. I mean, we need to really give credit to where credit is due.
It's due,
sometimes.
Correct.
Gayton, for me, I love the spirit that he has. That he didn't give up. Having the history of crime.
And he rose, he rehabilitated, and now he's...
Exactly, you understand?
Yeah.
That I respect. I respect. I think the thing is that colored people are very emotional people. So he might have taken this thing with emotions. You understand?
Yeah.
Like
Do you think it was emotions, GB, or it was more of vote for me, please?
No.
Campaigning in a way.
That as well. At the same time, say.
Yeah.
So now those are emotions that my people have been disrespected, and and all these kind of things have been said about my people. So I want to prove to my people that I'm here.
That I can fight. Yeah.
Now those are comments that came that we want our people here. We don't want these black people here.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you see someone suffering or they are going through something, don't be quick to feel sort of racist towards blacks. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for some reason, right now, this whole thing... If you want
to do any kind of research on even some of the living...
This whole thing now is causing up a stir. You understand?
Yeah.
But like we said before, this has been rooted way back. There's been a lot of racial comments coming from their side towards black people. They seem to forget that they are black. Do you understand? So right now, when you see such kind of a comment, as much as a painful comment, but there's a seed that has been sown.
Correct.
Whatever goes around in life has to come back.
It has to come around.
And then unfortunately, when it comes back, not everybody who was there when you were planting the seed will be able to remind you that this is the reason why you are reaping this. It's because of what you did back then. You understand? So what has happened right now, I feel listening to what we're saying here and remembering even because I remember when I was young, I had a chance to go and stay with my mom's sister, which is basically they share the same father, the colored guy, but different mothers in Eastern Cape. And I was very, very young. but I still remember the discrimination that was there.
Yeah.
Noma kuyodlalwa. I mean, phila nentwana eyi-one. You understand? Kumbula, there was an area, this boy angitshela ukuthi, you see, if we walk here and they see you, definitely they're gonna beat you up.
Yeah.
Bomber.
So, Colors.
Okay,
You
yes.
understand?
Yeah.
So I was still very, very young. So now I'm remembering that. Ukuthi, I had to go through that. Ukuthi, by the way, I'm black. And here my mom has taken me to Kusesterelake to go and visit. And I think in the Wakwana, maybe it's Duncan village, if I'm not mistaken, but it was a colored area in the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
Now, the racism that you actually pick up among them, it's way too much.
It is.
As a matter of fact,
Football in Cape Town,
as a matter of fact,
Yes,
I
yes.
think sometimes white people, they can tone it down a little bit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These ones are
That
extremes.
was,
They become extreme. So somehow I feel Uguti, yes, they don't is wrong by what they did, but there is a seed that these owners have sown, and it's about time now that they must, dance for their own music.
Let's listen to
you're
this
right.
one quickly before we can go on, and then let's take a lesson on this one. And then tell me what you guys think, right?
I want to tell Mr. They must recognize the colored people. We were here first. The Korean Sun was here first. This is our country. The country belongs to the colored.
What would you say, Ma, to those that say perhaps this might have some racial undertones to it?
No, we are not racist. We are not racist. We are not racist.
Listen to this. Did you hear when this guy was asking Hore, how does she think Hore?
It has a racial tone.
Listen to the other one next door. Listen to the other one next door, just next to her. Let me do this.
Racial undertones to it.
No, we are not racist. We are not racist.
They started it. Who's they?
Who's they?
No, but guys,
I did this thing.
but guys, listen to this. Listen to
Yeah.
this. Jose, can you pick up a whole lot of ignorance from that woman? She's like very, very ignorant.
Jibilika.
She does not even know what she's
Jibilika.
talking about. The
Jibilika.
Korean son.
Jibilika.
No, man.
There's no ignorance. What's about this thing of ignorance? Somebody's ignorant. That's you, like you are whitewashing, trying to make it. It's not his fault. He doesn't know. They know. What people know, what they did to us. That is a fact. There's nothing ignorant about me here. Whatever she says, she's saying this because it's what she believes.
Exactly.
She grew up like that. It's the country
But she's
belongs to the
misinformed.
colored.
She's seriously
No,
misinformed.
there's no misinformation here. She knows what she's saying is wrong. That's what the other one is saying. They started it. Who?
Yes.
They started who? They started what? Do you understand what I'm saying?
It emanates somewhere. It started somewhere, and now they are taking it up.
She's at her age.
Yeah.
Her kids will take that. And she's teaching her children that.
Yeah.
Is that what we call
And
ignorance?
unfortunately, if you look at the demographication in terms of the way these people are located as well, they dominate certain industries.
Yeah.
They work in same industries, and they group together, and it's very difficult for another person from other group to come in. They are now in the banking industry. You find them in the call center industry. It's very rare to find them in other industries as well. Even the way they stay.
I don't know if you know this guy. Oko, he's in working this other one, Freedom Farm Plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peter Marais.
Yeah.
Did you know that guy?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard him speaking? He's a colored. He's one of the first coloreds who were put in parliament. Kanakwa picked the PW board.
Yes.
When they're creating a house for the coloreds. The other coloreds refused, saying, no, we don't want to do this. Bo and Busak and the rest who joined ANC.
Yes.
He's the one who actually said, I'm going to go
I'm
there
going to do it.
and be in this thing because I believe whatever you're saying. And we are against these ones.
Yeah.
Listen to him now.
Openly declaring.
He was one of the mayor of Cape Town, if I'm not mistaken, right? Listen to this guy speaking now. That guy speaking. Where's the outrage? Where is the uproar? Where is the condemnation? Where is the not in my color, not in my Jibilika, if you're gonna be something wrong, I'm gonna tell him, bruh, not in my color, one cafe.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat and say, oh no, but he's black. Let me just no, you are wrong. That's it. We're the only people, black people, who actually call out each other whenever
we
they
do.
do something
A
wrong.
lot.
We're the only ones. We are always saying, no. That is why there are so many black parties in the parliament. Because none of them, they don't agree with another. They want to say, no, you are wrong. I'm going to do this the right thing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to other people, even though they know there's people like Peter Murray, the one who's
But
a
they keep
pure
quiet.
They keep quiet.
racist, you'll never hear PA saying we're going to remove that man there.
Never.
I've seen one interview of this guy speaking. I'm like, wow, this old man is so bitter and so racist today.
But
And he's a colored.
Even black people don't say that, because I remember there was an issue ka Magogo Elenzela, who was calling people baboons.
Yeah.
No black political party
You understand?
took out a statement to condemn.
To say this is not
the
supposed
words.
to be done and all that.
It was
So
only on Twitter when people were in the uproar.
Yeah.
And
the question will be why?
I think this is another problem that we're having, and that is why actually these things they get to happen to us. We don't take a stance.
Yeah.
We don't take a stance. We don't. We always want to become diplomatic. We always try to maintain
Politically
peace,
correct.
Politically
To always
correct.
try to sanitize things and be accepted.
I mean, you see that with black people, even when it comes to services that we get
Correct.
from all these retails and stuff like
On our
that.
line for 3 hours, you guys complain.
Yeah, you guys complain.
You guys don't learn anything because
and-
what are
You
they?
know what they do? Ngamla Haiken, we share all the time. When they see a queue, they stand just next to the queue, and then they move up, they ask for a supervisor. And the next thing, they are gone.
Yeah,
You won't see them standing on the queue. That's what they do.
yeah.
Now, we tolerate nonsense.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is why all these things they get to happen. Black people, we don't complain, we don't put up a show
Next.
like white folks, even like colored folks. We don't
Yeah.
do that. Now that is so wrong, and that is why people take advantage of us.
Correct.
I think somehow, as much as we have these problems outside that are happening, but at the same time, there's a whole lot of inside workshop that has to take place where we have to work and deal with ourselves as abotag. You understand? Like you say, be willing and be prepared to stand up for what is right.
Yes.
I mean, guys like the one that you are quoting right now, they were not even supposed to be sitting there where they are in parliament with that racism in his head.
Yeah.
You understand? So, but Tina will let it slide. But if Kutaki, who comes up like that, he's a big threat. You understand? And
A
they'll
very
try,
big threat.
yeah, they'll try everything. There will be matches. They will try to destabilize him and all these kind of things so that his voice is not heard. Or I'm shying a case in corruption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Trying
That's what they do.
to
Just
neutralize him.
just an allegation in jail.
Yeah.
Allegation in
You
case.
understand?
Then that's it.
Tina, we don't do that, and that's a problem. That's a problem. Somehow, I always say, Nati, we create this situation for ourselves. The way Tina we handle things, we don't take ourselves serious.
We
Yeah.
don't. We actually never did.
You know, I always ask this. Like now, I did history for school, guys, and history is one of something that I really love because it debunks a lot of things. You
Yeah.
understand? And I would have these debates with these guys. Okay, Hilary, when you say you are the Khoi and the Sen, fine. Why are your names Oliphant, Willemse, Marais, and all that?
Yeah.
Right?
What
What were your
happened?
names before the Dutch came? And why are you speaking the very dialect that was never here in this continent?
And you say it's my
ever?
mother's tongue. You say it's
Yeah.
my mother's tongue.
Uh-huh.
How is it your mother's tongue?
Well, I understand. Because Summer Tom, my son speaks English, junior. And again, Motswana pure. Okay, Mari Movenda, Nagi Motswana. But she, you know, Kimotwan. He speaks English. Even like I'm saying, 5 years, give me go China. He'll speak Mandarin more than me.
Yeah.
Like that. Because language can be adapted easily and be taught and be learned. But I'm Mozambican. Portuguese came, they Banta strong was like Portuguese.
Yeah.
Now these kids are speaking Portuguese
Yeah,
like they're
speaking
Portuguese.
Portuguese,
Pure. So I'm like, okay, if you are saying you are Queen Sen, and you always come dressed like me, and then about those little skins
Yeah.
to prove that it's a Queen Sen.
Yeah.
Why are you not speaking all that? Why is that? And you'll only learn maybe 2 words to try to prove to people that you might be Khoi by just, whenever maybe you're gonna say some speech, you say those 2 words and then it will, oh wow, I can understand. There was a debate way back at Cape Town Press Club. Malema was there. This lady stood up, a colored woman, in a room full of white people. I just want to correct Mr. Malema about one thing. He must understand that this land brings to the Khoi and the Sen, and I am a Khoi and a Sen.
Yeah.
And Malema was sitting there. Malema said, sister, it's so amazing that both of us as Africans, we are fighting in front of these ones.
Yes.
And these are the invaders.
Yeah.
Much as you call yourself a
Poison.
I expect that you and I can be on the same length.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then the worst thing that came to us as black people, and we actually wanted to believe, then Malema wants to believe this thing of us coming from the north, is the history being written by the very oppressed.
Correct.
I'm like, how in God's name are you going to write my own history? The history between a lion and a hunter will be different if the lion will tell a story of actually what actually really happened. Because now we hear the narrative of you as a hunter that, oh no, I went there, I took my gun and boom. But then you don't know the fight before, how you wet your pants when I came.
Yes.
If the lion can speak, he can actually tell us a different thing. So I'm not going to believe any history which a white person presents to me. Because they are the ones who came with a story, the narrative. This whole thing of Battle of Blood River, I did a video on that. People can check it. This Battle of Blood River, for example. Like, I was like, okay, guys, let's just go down a little bit and talk about this. You're saying 3,000 Zulus, more than 3,000 Zulus were killed by 350 people. Your numbers, right? Who are using old guns, not machine guns like we have now, automatic, and we having 2 cannons, I think. Now, let's go back to the Zulu people when they met the British. They knew what a gun sounds like. They didn't know then. They knew when Shaka, they showed how the gun was used. They thought the gun's noise was a thunder because it sounded like a thunder because they didn't know this thing.
Correct.
But then they knew how a gun works. They knew how a cannon works. Right?
Now,
exactly. Now let's go back to those guns.
You won't survive.
Because what
those
people
guys are fast.
What people should know this history because they've been brainwashed to celebrate a lie every December. They, 16th, ne? Or 25? 16th.
16th.
Right? Yeah. Okay, for example, now that gun, Jibilika, those were the primitive guns where you pour gunpowder, and then you put that ball, a little ball round, and then you cock the thing. Then you shoot one round, and then you go and take it.
And repeat the same process.
Now let's look at 3,000 Zulus.
You won't win. You won't win. I mean, you won't win.
You understand?
You won't. Because they are coming with spears, and the way Shaka was very strategic.
He did that little horn thing.
Exactly. So the first line goes, one is going, the other ones are coming.
Exactly.
So by the time you
understand? I'm like, then how did 3,000 men die because of cooking? How did that happen?
Where were they buried?
You understand what I'm saying?
Where are the bones?
But then the thing is this, Jose, is that our people will believe that history. Our people will believe that history. You know why? Because somehow not I get so disappointed sometimes. We fail to reason.
Yeah, correct.
We fail to reason. Sometimes you need to sit down and analyze them.
Seriously speaking.
Some of the things don't make sense.
The fact that a thing is written down does not mean that it's fact.
It's true. First of all, true. Not even fact.
Yeah.
True.
Exactly.
It does not mean that. Because I was like, now I was taught that history at school, brother. Battle of Blood River, that's what happened. They made a half moon lager, and they prayed. I'm like, oh, your God is so powerful, that he can kill 3,000 people for you just to build him a church.
Just to build him a church.
Just to build him a church.
And can I tell you something that is very interesting when you talk about this thing? Which I think, was it you or you mentioned something about the Xhosas as well, which there was a guy that fought and conquered the Portuguese.
The Portuguese, yes.
Unsigane.
Correct.
One thing that you find which is very, very much common, and I always keep on emphasizing this thing, and a lot of our people, they're not listening because of there's another part now, another twist of religion. Lalela. Unsigane, the reason why we fought and conquered white people before missionaries even came in is because of our abilities to see.
Thank you.
Again, Ushaga the same thing. Ushaga bega isanusi.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he could see. So already when you go to battle, ihlwele zakho sezukutshelile ukuthi kuzokwenzaka kanjani nime kuphi ni atheke kuphi kanjani. That's how we fought, that's how we conquered. Quinzinga of the Bakongo people, the same thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Same thing.
And that is why these people, they struggled with us because of our spiritual gifts.
Awakening.
You understand?
Yeah.
Now, the issue now is this. these kind of things, there's no way that they would have happened the way are documented. Because of already Shaka, when he was going to that battle, bekazi ukuthi ngempela izobe ime kanjani kuzokwenzeka kanjani. He will even know the man that is going to lose, how many probably will fall. Do you understand? But still uzohlabana uzonqoba ngalaba. You understand what I'm saying? Now when they write, they are undermining that part of us. And unfortunately, and look, I know you're sensitive about it. Unfortunately, the majority of our Christian people, they believe such kind of nonsense. They do.
Why me? Why you say
no, they do. You know when it comes to that, you know when it comes to that, I say logic runs out of the window.
I'm telling you.
Once you speak spirituality,
I'm telling you,
even the most educated person will believe any nonsense you tell them. Yeah. And which is something that I don't understand.
Downfall, my brother. That is our downfall, that one. So I will question say, but guys, come on. I mean, and the thing is, I did a video of that because I was so mad. How do these people really still believe this nonsense of the Blood River thing happened? I'm like, no, that's a lie.
They believe it. They believe it.
There's nothing like that. That 3,000 Zulus were killed by different men. Never.
There's a story about. Bargain Khoshimashile fighting against one of the Ndebele's kings here in Pilgrim's Rest. If you go there now, there are still bones there.
That are still
prove that
there was a battle that happened here.
There was a battle that happened. There were people who were left behind there. If you walk in those mountains there, you come across bones.
But then where are the bones of the 3,000 Zulus who died?
3,000 bones.
Exactly.
Where are they?
Exactly.
Where were they buried? Did the river really become red with blood? Whose blood are we talking about? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Bazungus.
So that's what I'm talking about, history not being taught to people. Or they don't want to accept the fact that about history is like this. Some at home, there is no way in heaven that you're going to be indigenous with a dialect as a language.
No.
Your basis language.
No.
There is no, because that language didn't exist in this earth before the Dutch came here, and then it evolved from that.
So how is
there
it?
There is no way in heaven that Afrikaans was there. 1651. It was not, it was Dutch. That's it. There is no Afrikaans in any other part of the world. It's only here and Namibia, because they invaded Namibia and they wanted Namibia to become our colony, South Africa. So that's how Afrikaans thing went there. Botswana, no Afrikaans. Zimbabwe, Swaziland, nothing.
No Afrikaans.
It's only local here. So there's no way in heaven that you can be indigenous when and you become a queen, a son, but you don't even have anything. And then you come with a picture, pictures of light-skinned Bushmen, and you say, you see, they're light-skinned like me. Jibilek is light-skinned now. But my son is light-skinned.
But my Bushmen niki Batswana.
Give Batswana, my brother.
My Bushmen niki Batswana. So it's
that's how it is.
So they will come with those pictures and they say, no, this is that, look at them, look at the lighter skin. I saw they made a they made a movie. Krotoa. I don't know what the hell that woman is. But Mr. Krotoa. And I'm looking at that thing, I'm like, wow. When it started, maybe I was like, oh, it's again. Sometimes self-hating is a very poisonous sickness.
It is.
The identity problem in there.
Like Sandra is saying, then this is the crisis here, it's not nice.
It's not nice. This thing that we're talking about right now is like we're focusing on the issue of colors and everything. But the issue of lies being taught from generation to generation to a particular race, it goes way back. And I'll give you a practical example today that we sit with, the issue of the Jews.
That one.
Look. I remember one time I was at
which ones? This one, the white one.
The white one. I remember the other time. I remember the other time I was at Maboning. And I met this Jewish guy. And we were talking about my book, The Ultimate Colonization of Africa. And I mentioned to him that, but do you know the Lemba people? Do you know the original Hebrews that are blacks? You understand? And you know what he said to me? And he was being honest. He said, Nick, I believe you. You go to vendor. All of a sudden, from food, everything becomes kosher.
Exactly.
Everything becomes kosher. Atitina, the Judaism that we practicing, we Google it from the internet. We learn it from. Do you understand? Now, this is a white guy,
and he's white, right?
With a beard, with a head, with a tzitzit. You understand what I'm saying? But do you understand what I'm saying? So they are aware that a lie has been taught and kept polished from generation to generation to say that you are Jews, so you need to claim your ancestry from Abraham, whatever, and all these people.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they know that they are not the original.
No, they
because
know.
of everything that is happening, and history itself shows you and tells you a story. That all the things that are written there and some of the things that are being practiced, you find those things being practiced among black people, not among them.
Not amongst them. But you see, Jose, I think it was you who said, "Bongamla bar shapa ka ho organizer."
Yeah, exactly.
They can organize better than we do as black people.
Yeah.
You understand why? You said bongamla karigidi totonyana.
Yeah.
Which is true. But when it comes to organizing, I wanna they are number one.
Yeah.
Even if something is not true, once they sit around the table and agree, or according to their narrative and what they want to achieve, it's this. All of them say it's this.
Yeah.
But black people are never. On a road debate until
Okay, let's wait for like
yeah, no, I mean, I'm just saying, Bafana Waka, they don't deserve to be cancelled. However, I agree with my brother when he says there should be consequences to each and everything thing. Those boys are young and they need to mind their mouth. Rona, we were taught if we want to sing right, but manual mlomo ka dintho tsa teng robesha so le bona they must just know to everything that they say, especially on social media, they have an influence. And immediately when you have the power to can influence people, you need to watch what you say. And the internet doesn't forget. It doesn't forget. So when now you're gonna be all hey hi and think you are doing the right thing, 20 years down the line they'll pull up the very same trainer. That's why for Gayton to react to that, he was not supposed to. Especially looking at the time that we are in right now. In terms of local elections coming in and what. So obviously they are going to manipulate this situation to now take him out of the race. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
So sometimes the majority is not right. You must just keep quiet and just look the other way.
Gigi, your last words of Fanak.
No, man, Jose, thanks to you. The other thing is that I don't think we need this now as a country. We don't need this thing. This hullabaloo and this fighting with our kids because of colors is our kids. So we don't need that. We're supposed to be united. It came to me now as we were talking about the issue of Cape Town. Where is Dudula to Dudula those white people there?
I don't know why.
Because those guys are sitting on top of a very, very dangerous idea. And Dudula was supposed to be there.
They were supposed to fight for that.
Now, this shows you how we've been programmed as a Botage, whereby we are too quick to fight one another. Kwanamanje colors are fighting blacks, blacks are fighting colors. We've got all these ways ways that are flying around. We are too quick to fight one another, but we don't really face the enemy.
The real one, the real enemy, which is there.
They are there in Cape Town. They want to take the country. They want to take that piece of land. Dudula was supposed to be first time there to deal with that thing, but we'll never do that. But I can tell right now, if it was other black people who were going to be running to deal with them quickly, just like what is happening now. Right now, we are caught up in this squabble of colored and black. We don't need that. I think it's about time that we need to grow up and smell the coffee and identify the real enemy. There is no way, and I'm still saying it, there's no way that you can solve inking as umuzi wako kunes vagashi.
Yeah, you can't.
Kastwana kirare. Okoletsa mbayena batla go thuna dinta right okoletsa mbayena go thuna go batla go radio tsana lesiyo you don't do to see our secrets or how do you do things. Now my only closing remarks for Fitukore Bona, we are all human beings in this country and we all love each other, right? And the moment you see yourself as better than another person, the problem is with you. It's not with that person. You are the problem, so you should sort yourself out. Do not pollute your kids. Racism is taught. You are taught that thing. That is why it came from 1948 up until today. It's taught. Or somebody else is better than, it's not better than you. This person is lesser than you. I remember actually one movie, right? Was it Mississippi Burning?
Yes.
This guy was talking to this other one, the FBI agents. He said, you know what? My father there was a black guy, a black farmer next door him. He had a mule. a very powerful mule that he can plow, you know, and he will plow his fields that were given to him, and he will be success than my father, right? My father will always be angry at this guy, only because of that. He's black and successful more than me. And then one day, my father poisoned the water for the mule to drink. The mule drank, the mule died. Now the guy had to foreclose because his black cannot get money from anywhere else. He had to close up the farm and then go and move away from that. You understand? So the guy was happy that this guy is no longer there. And when I asked him, Daddy, why are you so happy? He said, if you are not better than a black person, what are you better? What are you better off? What are you better than? What?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it's taught.
It's taught, yeah.
From father to son, son to daughter, to whatever it comes down. Colored people, half of your DNA, unfortunately, is black and African. It's about time you accept that. It's not racism, it's the truth. There is no mixed race and a color is the same thing. Mixed race, colored, same thing. Colored is a coffee with milk.
That's it.
Mixed race is Muslim man is kids and this person. Done. So let's not try to take ourselves away from other people to say, because the real enemy here is one. Who was enemy for both of us, by the way? No colored is staying in Santen unless they've got money, billions or millions of money. And when you come this way, they see first the colored because they see a human being. So come to us. Well, now, one thing I forgot to mention, if only they give them a chance to stay with us, Jibilika, well,
they would see.
They would know our culture because they're not caught in between. White people don't want them. We want them to come. They don't want to come there because they believe we are inferior, because they've been taught that we're inferior. But how can my own child be inferior to them? So let's not do that, and let's stop, proving the point that people are saying you are crazy, and then you go to TikTok and you just, you are fighting like nobody's business. You are proving the stereotype that you are like that, whereas you are not. You understand what I'm saying? So let's not do this, guys. Please, let's love each other. This South Africa, the land. One common enemy is there.
Yeah.
People like Sandra, I love him. I love her so much because at least there's some people who still have a conscience and who still have a mind to say, listen, we can't do this and that.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. So with that, we're done. What's up?
I've got a special song that I want us to play as we close. Ashimo. Yeah.
Baby tongue.
I'm not making something.
Mike, you're moto. There's the mic just. No, baby, something nothing. Baby, something nothing.
De La Rey, man.
De La Rey. I'm still black, bro. No. I'm gonna play that shit. Sorry, some things to no. Bye. We'll see you later.
Today,